You don't just chew it. Don't just chew it. It's tough. Eh?
Already did it.
You just chew. Okay.
So, so yeah. So this is the pepperback tree. Yeah.
I told you don't just chew it.
It's like that sweet. The other sweet you brought. Yeah, the one.
Wow.
So it's just like pepper, right? It's called the pepperback tree, and it's one of the ingredients we use in the weight loss product. But it's a very important medicinal plant species in Uganda. It's among the priority medicinal plant species of Uganda. It's one of the ingredients that Covidex, the COVID drug, the COVID herbal. Yeah, it's the main sauce.
This is one that is added in one of their ingredients.
It is one of the products that goes in the weight loss formula. Bark, they use the leaves. You can see all this is, yeah. People come to harvest the bark.
So we use more effective the bark or the leaves?
They are equally, yeah.
Can I take a couple of leaves with me?
Yeah, sure. They are.
I'm gonna have fun with it.
Let's take big bite.
You can
try this. This is really good for you. You'll like this. Yeah, you like it.
Something like this.
They're gonna kill you. Yeah. They're gonna kill you.
I know they will.
Don't tell me when they kill you.
Take half of that and put it in your mouth, chew that up.
I warned you.
That's not I tell them.
Yeah, just a little, yeah.
Yeah, I will.
One leaf like this.
No,
That's a tiny piece, yeah.
You feel
It's multi-purpose. It has antibacterial properties, antiviral properties.
Again, toothpaste, antibacterial. You're chilling in your mouth, right?
Yeah, it is a component in that.
That would be a good toothpaste.
Yeah, we have a little toothaches for people with aching teeth. So ingredient in there.
The Covidex is used. Covidex is used. Weight loss is used, and now in the for the egg it's used so.
And these are plenty.
Not so. Yeah, it's no, but it's easy to propagate. We can plant it. We actually have the National Tree Seedling Center in Namamve selling seedlings of this. So if you have it is ready, you can place an order and they get seedlings for you and you go and plant them. I have a colleague who married a German researcher who was actually PhD supervisors, Dr. Schubert, and he picked a lot of interest in this. He was doing a lot of research on this. I did some research on it myself for my PhD. I actually found it to have some antiviral effects against HIV-1.
Wow.
The only challenge was that it's because of the potency, it's
hard to take.
It was toxic to the cells in which I was testing for HIV. Yeah. So hopefully I'll get funding to see ways.
Like what cells were?
Yeah, using.
Was it the white blood cells?
No. It was. The technical name is. The simplified name is a human glioblastoma cell. It's a kind of cell that is. It's an immortal cell that is cultured from a type of brain cancer. So it is a type of cell that is popularly used in research because it's easy to manipulate and it can be it's immortal. It can be immortalized, so you can use it over and over again without losing it. Yeah. So Yeah, so they have set up a plantation of this in Pakwach, northern Uganda. They have about 100 acres of this, and then they have.
Who does?
Sorry?
Who owns it?
Him and the wife.
Germany.
They,
Okay, so
yeah.
it's commercially.
Yes, yes, yes. They set up a company just like you're trying to do. They call theirs Onco Planter.
Uncle Planter?
Yeah, Onco. O-N-C-O. Onco Planter. Then they have Onco is from cancer, then plants. Yeah, so they have another plantation in Mbale area, eastern Uganda, and they have set up a shea butter factory in northern Uganda as well. Yeah, so I think they are doing something similar to what you're trying to do. Yeah, they started this before. I think COVID interrupted them along the way, but they have resumed. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like the idea.
Even the back, you can come across the back.
Yeah.
Same as the leaf.
No, you don't have to try the back. Because that would kill you. You can't put that thing in your nose. Yeah. You actually don't feel it in Covidex. You don't.
For the first time I felt it, it was too painful. It was like a needle being put in.
I think they changed it along the way.
These trees
Which one? This one?
No. Yeah.
Which one? The other one?
Christmas tree.
The other one? That is pine. But still it had the debarking problem, and this is how it fights back.
So what are the big things growing? They're like...
they're a cabbage fan, the one that looks like cabbage or elephant ear.
Yeah.
And then there's that one down here. They are called, we call them epiphytes. They grow on other trees.
So they just grow by themselves?
Yeah, they're usually dispersed by birds. They drop their seeds there. And something very interesting, if you look at this, you can see another tree growing on top of this one. Yeah, so as this tree dies, this tree is dying, you see? Yes. Yeah, with time it's going to die out. And as it dies, this one continues growing. And it uses this for support. It uses it to support itself. You can see the roots coming down here, this. So they grow down the tree, they enter the ground, and they hug the tree. They begin strangling it. They are called strangler figs. So they'll strangle it, they suffocate it, they are taking up the nutrients, they are growing, they are using it for support. Then if you came here 30, 40, 50 years, you will not find this tree. You'll find a bigger version of this. Yeah, so it's very interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It has specimens of all the plant species in Uganda well preserved.
Wow.
So we have a collection of over 50,000 plant species, both from Uganda, so DR Congo and
Are they
Rwanda.
live or are they just seed?
No, they are but well preserved.
What good will that be?
It's very important for research. For example, when the collections are being made, you indicate that this is plant species. This is Mulondo, for example, collected by James Hatch in 1923, because we have collections made by the first Europeans when they came. So if I'm interested in Mulondo right now, and I want to find out where Mulondo used to grow, for example, I can use the facility here and do some tracking, and I find out that, oh, Mulondo used to be collected in this area, but it doesn't exist here anymore.
Wow.
What could have happened?
Wow.
Then you begin working backwards. That's just one of the things you could do
to keep it from going extinct.
Yes. Then when you collect plant species from any part of the country and you want to know the name, you want to have them identified, you bring them here and they check records against what they have, and they'll tell you that, oh, this is this. and it was collected perhaps in the same area or in another area, and this is how it looks like. You do the comparison, and yeah, it's very helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Not all day long. That works.
Because of the rain, you may not see it, but usually it produces some resin. Yeah, some resin, which you collect. There's not much now because the rain washed it off. Yeah. Yeah, but we collect it. It's one of the ingredients.
What's the tree again?
This is the incense tree.
Incense, is that, what's the technical name?
Canarium schwenfathai.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
Yes. It's a demonstration of what actually happens when we are doing production. We try and be as hygienic or as sterile as possible, and of course these are not the normal shoes we use, they are special shoes we use. If I were to use these shoes in the production room, I have these on the shoes as well. Yeah. Mask up. I don't know if I'm audible enough with the mask on. So from the farm, from the garden, just to remind you, this is how the root looks like. This is the root of mulondo. We cut it in small pieces and keep it in ethanol. Ethanol acts as a preservative. And we do this to show people who come in, because sometimes they don't have the actual root on hand, and people are interested in seeing how it looks like, what it looks like. So this serves that purpose. It's basically to preserve it and for storage purposes. This has been like this for over 2 years now. And this is how the root looks like. Of course, it's usually long and entangled, and we chop it up in small bits. And when it's harvested, of course, it's not this clean. It's all covered up in dirt. So the first step is to wash it. And we wash it initially with running water from the tap. Okay, we use running water to wash all the roots and remove all the dirt, all the debris. Okay. So after washing it in running tap water, we then have a second wash with a very weak solution of sodium hypochlorite, which is the popular brand here is Jik. Someone would say Jik. But if I'm talking about Jik, it's sodium hypochlorite. So it basically kills any soil-borne pathogens that may have remained on the root before processing. So after processing the root, Nicholas, small bits, which I'm going to demonstrate, and everything is actually manual. Nothing is automated because of the scale. It's a small, done on small scale, and we mainly have ladies doing this work.
Okay.
Yeah, so they are going to chip it using some kind of grater or knife, and we get tiny chips. So after getting the chips, we then take them to the oven to dry. The oven is in another room across, so I don't know whether it will be necessary to go and...
No.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know whether we should wait for Nicholas or I should carry on, and maybe when he comes I go back to the, okay? So we get the root and chip it. You either chip it or you grate. Mm.